Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Cougar Den. Tonight we have a good old-fashioned Cougar face-off between your Keysborough Cougars and the McKinnon Cougars. Welcome to tonight, and my name is Jamie.
And my name is Carly. Yeah, my partner is correct. We have got a good old Cougar matchup here tonight, and this is a bit of a long-standing rivalry. Particularly though, since these two have both been in-state champ, facing off against each other. 2023, Keysborough finished 4th, were knocked off by McKinnon, who eventually went on to win the title, coming from 5th. And last year, a similar situation, Keysborough finishing 3rd, knocked off again by McKinnon in the semis. And they eventually went on again to the grand final, but this time coming up short against Wyndham. Last time they met, McKinnon won by 16 points in the semis. But it's been a bit of a tight race this year. McKinnon having won 4 out of their last 5. Keysborough 5 out of their last 5, so they're on a 5-game win streak. And despite having a league-high percentage, currently due to that, McKinnon are currently sitting in 3rd due to an extra loss last week to Melbourne Uni, holding them back from tying for 1st position. But they're 8 wins, 2 losses, and Keysborough and Hume are tied for 8 wins and 1 loss. Our starters for tonight, for Keysborough, number 0, Josh West. For number 3, AJ Williams. Number 33, Gerard Newby. Number 44, Aaron Frost. And number 50, Ben Acoden. And for McKinnon, number 0, Shannon Fowler. Number 1, Remo Simon. Number 3, Mitch Barry. Number 4, Kobe Baird. And number 7, Jordan Gear. And we are off. Keysborough winning the tip.
Ben Acoden puts up the first shot of the game nice and early. Can't get it to drop. Rebound by Shaquille Maharaj. McKinnon now with the ball. Mitch Barry to Simon. For that corner entry. Maharaj drives, baseline, gets up, just gets around Williams and puts it 2 points. Newby up high, finds Frost. Williams, Frost with a roll, gets it eventually. 8 on the clock, back out to Williams. Coos got to make a move, Dylan Hare drives in, puts it up. Short fadeaway, 2 points is good. Early start for Dylan Hare.
My apologies, I think we had the wrong starting lineup there. Instead of Josh West, we have number 21, Dylan Hare. But he's just introduced himself with that nice early shot. Didn't need introducing from us.
And we have an off-the-ball foul. Keysborough, Aaron Frost. Baseline ball, McKinnon.
Yeah, look, Aaron Frost is going to be looking to do that a lot tonight, is being aggressive on Shannon Fowler, making sure he doesn't get his hands on the ball. And that time resulted in a foul.
And a rare loss of control for AJ Williams there as the ball rolls out of bounds.
Keysborough putting on a little bit of full court pressure here. Just making sure McKinnon don't get in a rhythm.
Maharaj in the corner, finds Fowler on the low block. Easy 2 points there. McKinnon with a couple of easy baskets, lead by 2 early. Williams around a hair, finds Newby on the wing. Had some space, didn't shoot, kicks it around to Frost instead. 5 on the clock now, Ben Acoden. You know this is going to go up. He finds Williams instead, drives. Little floater, no good, over the ring.
Look, Shannon Fowler did a good job there at guarding Ben Acoden. He's read the scout report and knew that that 3 would be going up. Had he given him probably an inch more, but closed out really well there and made sure that Ben Acoden had to look for a different option in AJ Williams.
Maharaj, again in that deep corner, receives the pass and drove and got another easy basket. McKinnon just getting a few easy skip passes over the Cougars so far. Newby with the ball now. Williams on the wing. McKinnon steps under, puts it up. Shot's a little too short. McKinnon come up with the ball. Simon off and running.
Newby here having to front up Shannon Fowler. He does a pretty good job, yeah, and he had to pass it off. Didn't have an option there. Great defense there by Gerard Newby. Remo
Simon misses a three-pointer. I haven't seen too much of him so far, but I'm surprised as he was hitting a lot of those in the warm-up there. As AJ Williams goes down the other end, grabs the and one, draws the foul. He's going to go to the line for one extra.
Look, if you're looking for a game where you can see some good old three-point shooting, McKinnon's the team to watch. 38.9% in field goal efficiency from beyond the arc, so they're a really strong three-point shooting team. And they're not afraid to take them, so you will see a lot of three-point shots go up. A lot of willing shooters out there on the floor.
Gear to Simon now, slowing it down for McKinnon. Foul low post, finds Simon on the cut. Just couldn't handle it. Bounces out of bounds off the hands of McKinnon. Hare finds Newby up top. Hare off and running, slows it back down. Newby in the post fighting, kicks it back out. Frost now finds Williams, 15 on the clock. Newby's open, takes the three. Just bounces out. Frost with an offensive rebound, doing what he loves to do. Couldn't get that shot to go, but Dylan Hare this time cleans it up and puts it back in finally for the Cougars. Fowler now, low block. Dylan Hare up top now. Looks for the three-pointer. Open just a little too much. Couldn't get it to drop now. Now Gear finds Fowler on fast break. Puts it up. Just manages to miss a shot. Just a little too heavy on that as he's fouled by Dylan Hare. Number 0, Shannon Fowler, will go to the line for 2 more. And Fowler makes the first. And he makes the second. Nice and clean on both attempts. McKinnon with the early lead, 11-7.
He looks supremely calm on those free throw attempts, doesn't he? Really takes his time there.
And Mitch Barry comes up with the intercept. He goes, takes on Dylan Hare, decides to kick it back out. Maharaj for 3. And gets it to go. 3 points there for McKinnon again. Second three-pointer in 3 possessions now as the Coton tries to answer. Nobody's home. McKinnon comes up with the ball. Jordan Gear now with the ball for McKinnon. Finds Maharaj again in the corner. This time no good. Frost with the rebound. Williams now slowing it down. Settling the pace. Wants that pick from Frost. Finds Newby in the corner instead. He puts it up. Bounces back. Jordan Gear with the rebound now. Mitch Barry can't get a free to drop. Newby with a rebound. And Williams goes back down the other end. Bounces around, goes out. Barry comes up with a rebound. Maharaj running now, gets past Dylan Hare, takes on Newby one-on-one. And shots blocked by Gerard Newby. And just as he catches the ball, he steps out of bounds. McKinnon will try again baseline. Barry on the inbounds, looking for Simon on the cut. And just cuts around Dylan Hare too easily. Another easy basket for McKinnon.
Yeah, everything just looks a little bit easy right now. I think if you're Coach Nathan Bowe for Keysborough Cougars, you're thinking about what adjustments you can make right now, because the resistance, McKinnon's offense just doesn't really seem to be there. They don't really have the answers at the moment. And I think they're just not putting enough points up themselves offensively. Like 7 points with 4 minutes to go here in the first isn't going to do it against this high-scoring McKinnon team, who's just very efficient offensively. That'll help though. Gerard Newby with the and one.
Gerard Newby cleaning up the boards after that miss by Dylan Hare. We're going to add one bonus.
I mean, McKinnon are the best team in the league in offensive efficiency and points per possession. They shoot the ball better than any other team, and I guess the Keysborough need to find a way to pick it up defensively, but also put some more points on the board themselves so they can compete.
Barry controlling the tempo. And stolen by Benacoten. Great hands there. Finds Williams now. Cougars will try it again to add to this. 8-point deficit. Benacoten open for three. Way too open. And that's exactly why. I'm sure Mitch Barry's no stranger to Benacoten's statistics, and unfortunately just got the lesser hand of that play there.
Yeah, that's what I mean about Benacoten. You give him an inch and he's going to shoot that. Gosh, when he gets hot, seeing that first one go down, McKinnon might be in a little bit of trouble with him.
Fowler just grabbing that ball over the top of Simon Grant and puts it in for 2 points. Williams looking for that roll. Grant open in the low block. Skips across to Coden. Just comes up with it. Newby down baseline. Kicking back around to Williams with 6 on the clock now. High pick by Coden. He wants to get open. Coden put it up. And back to back from the same spot. I'd say we just saw that, but that one was not a swish. It span around the ring about 3 times and drops in. Another 3 points there. Benacoten.
Oh, what did I say? Benacoten, if he sees one go down, he can get hot really quickly. And he just showed you there exactly why. Can be a lethal 3-point shooter, Benacoten.
And Barry with a nice little alley. Fowler finishing the oop.
Keysborough Cougars here just want to stay attached. 2 minutes 20 to go in the first quarter. They want to keep this close. I'm thinking within single digits.
6 on the clock now. Grant in the low block. Back out to Dylan Hare for 3. Bounces out that time. Maharaj with the rebound. Finding Fowler in the low block now. Gear in the middle of the key, wide open. Shot's too strong, bounces off. Newby comes up with the boards, and now Williams is up and running. Maharaj gets his hands on it. Couldn't get the steal. Williams now taking on Gear inside. Puts it up off the glass. Rims out. Gerard Newby comes up with it with a tap from Benacoten and puts it back in for 2 points. Keysborough doing the work on the offensive glass, keeping him in the game.
That was a little bit of a right time, right place though there for Gerard Newby. Just seemed to fall into his lap. Remo Simon missing that 3 there. It's pretty unusual. He's a 40% 3-point shooter.
Bit of luck there for the Keysborough Cougars. Down by 4 points, 17-21. 1.5 minutes to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm sure the game plan there wasn't to leave Remo Simon that wide open, but a little bit of miscommunication. They'll try not to let that happen again, I'm sure.
Nate Raymond now on the floor for Keysborough Cougars.
Member of the Keysborough Cougars Youth League team. Getting a call up tonight.
Josh West now with the ball. Looking to find Grant in that post. Raymond cuts, kicks it back around to Coden for 3. And another one is good. Benacoten with an early 3 or 4 3-pointers.
But you know what? That was all created by Nate Raymond there by cutting into the paint, and that kick-out pass to Benacoten was really good offense. Look at him. He's active defensively. making the most of his opportunity. And that was a tough shot there by Josh McQueen.
Josh McQueen, a nice 2-point basket there inside the key. And now Coden goes down the other end, takes a few steps out and adds 2 points to his own there.
Look, he's seen it go down from 3. 2 seems like nothing now.
Mix it up. Painterborg with a high on-ball screen to Kobe Bed. Couldn't get the roll. Simon Grant almost lost the ball. Now Coden's going to try again, and he gets another one to go.
What did I say?
What a start to this game, and the Cougars now, just before the siren goes off.
Oh my God.
I'll finish my sentence. Cougars had the lead just before the siren went off, and then McKinnon put up a prayer 3 on the buzzer. Nice looking shot from a few steps outside the arc, putting McKinnon up by 1 point, 26-25 here at the end of the first quarter. What a start to what a match.
Did he call bank though? Because I'm pretty sure that went off the
I didn't hear it. Not too sure. I think that's why the referees had to question that one.
Yeah, we'll have to go tell the scoreboard. Look, Ben Coden absolutely went off there and got Keysborough Cougars that very brief lead, but I said that I thought they should keep it within the single digits at the end of the first, and they did that. Did a great job there at just battling through. I think started to feel it a little bit more offensively, got a few turnovers there on McKinnon, and that fueled their offense. Scoring leaders, Ben Coden, 14 first quarter points. Shannon Fowler for McKinnon with 8. Maharaj for McKinnon with 7, and Simon for McKinnon with 6, and then Dylan Hare for Keysborough Cougars with 4. Assist leaders, Mitch Barry with 3, AJ Williams with 2. Rebounding leaders, Gerard Newby with 4, Aaron Frost with 4 for Keysborough Cougars, and Maharaj and Gia for McKinnon with 3 apiece. A steal for Simon Grant, Ben Coden, and Mitch Barry. Out of those rebounds, Gerard Newby with 2 offensive rebounds. He is the league leader in offensive rebounds per game, averaging 4.2, and he's already halfway there. First quarter. That was a much better end to the first quarter, I think, than how Keysborough started there. It looked a little bit concerning, but
about 2 minutes ago, they found themselves down by 8 or 9 points.
I liked the energy, though, that a few of the bench players coming in gave to the team. Keysborough Cougars 4 of 10 from 3. Ben Coden with all 4 makes, so they're sitting at 40% at the moment. McKinnon 3 of 8, 37%. 1 for Simon, 1 for Maharaj, and 1 for Baird.
And we're just about to begin the second quarter. McKinnon ball. Maharaj inbound to Barry.
Keysborough Cougars also winning the rebound count, 11 to 9, which is a big point of emphasis for the Keysborough Cougars tonight, to control the boards, limit second chance points for McKinnon, and they've done a good job at that so far.
And to start this quarter, Gerard Newby with a block down one end, finds the almost assist to Ben Coden, who puts it up at the other end, gets fouled, no basket, and goes to the line for 2 shots. And he makes the first. And Ben Coden makes the second. And back around to Painenberg now in the high post. Looking for options, finds Barry, rolls back to Painenberg. Great defense there by Nate Raymond. And we have a 3 in the key violation.
I am loving what Nate Raymond has brought since he's been put on the floor. He has taken this opportunity and he's been active defensively, active offensively. I'm really, really, really enjoying watching this young kid play.
Well, there's a reason he's the captain of the youth team. And now Simon Grant with the assist
and
from Nate Raymond.
By Nate Raymond. He's doing everything right now. And he's being rewarded with these extra minutes here by Coach Nathan Vogt.
Painenberg up top, puts up the 3, and nothing but net.
Painenberg also only scored 4 out of 20 from 3. this season. So, look, Keysborough Cougars might just live with that one with the amount of three-point shooters on this McKinnon team. I'm not sure if that was the plan, but he certainly was wide open for that one.
Gerard Newby with a little floater inside of the key. Too short on that one. Barry now with the ball. We're tied 29 apiece. Back out of paint and ball. He's going to try again. Back to back. Not this time. Gerard Newby with the boards. Finds West. Off and running. Raymond down the court now. Flying down the court. Looked for a Coden. Couldn't get it to him. Intercepted by Josh McQueen. And now he's off and running. 3-on-3 game here. Kobe Baird now with the ball. Back to McQueen. Maharaj almost lost it. Gerard Newby getting his hands in there. Maharaj puts it up. Misses. Painenborg misses again. Tapped out by Josh West. Newby's off and running now. 1-on-1. He's open on the break. Puts up the lefty and gets it to go. That was a lot on that possession right there. Well done, Keysborough. 2 points.
You can take a breath now. Nice transition offense there by Keysborough Cougars.
Across the Painenborg. Looking for Baird. Pulls up for three. Left on that one. And a foul drawn, Simon Grant, by number 11, Shaquille Maharaj.
I think Maharaj felt like he got the rough end of that call, and that's his third foul, so he'll be going to sit on the bench.
7 minutes to go in the second half.
Yeah, that's, usually coaches don't like more fouls than quarters, and that's the key there, 3 in the second quarter. I imagine he'll be sitting at least until that third quarter. Jordan Gear checking back in for him. Jordan Gear coming from Nunawading MDL1, new addition to this McKinnon squad. A few new additions actually for this McKinnon squad, considering they came up short last year but have been to the grand final back-to-back years. But look, they've kept their core together and added some good pieces to complement that core.
Ryan Moore now on the court for his first few minutes for Keysborough. There's now Benacote, and just couldn't get that one to bounce in off the glass. I think he was a little too close from where he's usually comfortable shooting, unfortunately. Grant gets his hands in there, taps it out of bounds. Great effort by Simon Grant to not allow Fowler to grab the ball on that one. As Benacote takes the spell, and no he doesn't. West takes the spell.
Keysborough Cougars with their biggest lead of the game so far, 2 points. Looking to extend on that with a stop here and hopefully getting out in transition. Something they're looking to do tonight.
Jordan Gear now drives heavy into the key, puts it up, too short, tapped out. Benacote comes up with the ball. 1-on-2 here in the low block, kicks it back out instead. More to Williams. Slowing it down, 15 on the clock now. Waves through, looks for Grant, two-man game here, guarded by Gear. Skips it across, Raymond open on the weak side for three. Can't get it to go. Levi Smith comes up with a rebound there for McKinnon. Gear slowing it down, on ball screen by Fowler, rolls, doesn't get it back. McQueen now with the ball, guarded by Raymond. Fowler 1-on-1 against Grant in the low post here, taking him on, Simon Grant bodying up. And Fowler puts it up and gets fouled in the process.
Fowler, another new addition for this McKinnon team from California. Considered a defensive specialist, but leads the team in defensive rebounds per game and blocks per game, but he's also 64.56% from 2-point range, so really, really efficient when he gets inside the paint. I mean, you can certainly see why with his height. But,
very long wingspan too.
Yeah, absolutely. But also I think just has a nice touch. You can see that with his free throws here.
I saw him dunk before the game in the warm-ups and I think he got his head above the ring.
That's impressive.
And the second shot's missed. Levi Smith with the offensive rebound. McKinnon can try again. Kobe Baird has 7 on the clock, drives instead, gets past Grant, puts up with a one-hander and gets it off the glass. 2 points there. Now William looks for Newby on the full court pass. as he gets it to Ryan Moore and couldn't get that shot to drop. Baird skips across the gear, finds Smith for three, puts it up this time, and that shot's no good. Williams with a rebound and down the court for the Keysborough Cougars, puts it up around McQueen. Gerard Newby with a putback.
Another offensive rebound out of the list. That's another thing that Gerard Newby does so well with those offensive rebounds, is that quick putback. So athletic and just spring back up and put that shot straight back in.
Baird wide open on that three, wasn't good, and Keysborough turned the ball over on that full court skip. Now Baird wide open to try again. Can't get it go. Another miss for McKinnon. Unlikely for them to miss this many threes at this point. It is only early, still another half to go. 5 minutes now in this quarter. Now Williams slowing it down, finding Dylan Hare up top on the wing. Skips back to Williams for three. No good, and
who was boxing out Ryan Moore? And you know what? I don't blame Adam Ross for calling a timeout there, because frankly, as a coach, if I'd seen that, I probably would have called a timeout too. What happened on the matchups there? It just seemed like McKinnon was sleeping there and left Ryan Moore wide open, easiest shot of his life. Keysborough Cougars with 5 turnovers with just under halfway to go here in the second quarter. McKinnon with 4, so a few turnovers for both of the teams, and I think certainly both teams are looking to run off those turnovers. You've seen a lot of that here, I think, in the second, especially Keysborough Cougars, I think, getting back to their game, playing their style, their pace, really trying to push off those defensive rebounds, really trying to push off those turnovers. McKinnon missing one of their key pieces tonight, Nathan Davis, who in 2023 went down with an injury during the playoffs, was averaging 21 points per game, and he returned this season, but he's currently in a moon boot, so not sure what's going on there, but he's certainly a missing piece for McKinnon.
Well, he was able to play the first 7 games of the season.
But has missed the last couple, so...
They have unfortunately re-aggravated that leg injury. And Barry finds Gear. Very close out of bounds, regains control. 12 on the clock, high screen with foul, he uses it. Kicks it back around. Smith in the corner. Back out to Barry, 5 on the clock now. Hands everywhere on the floor. Barry gets it back and saved by the whistle, Benacoten.
2 seconds left on the shot clock, and Benacoten fouls, and I don't know who was more upset about that, Benacoten or Keysborough Cougars coach Nathan Boat. That's one of those frustrating ones. You play good defense for 22 seconds of a 24-second shot clock, and and another quick foul there. This one on Aaron Frost. Once again, just trying to be aggressive with Shannon Fowler, but he's picked up 2 fouls on that now.
Mitch Barry inbounding the ball now. Finds Smith wide open on the weak side corner. Too short on that. Williams with the rebound. Football pass down to Dylan Hare to Newby. And Newby went up for the dunk, but he had lost the ball in the process. Now McKinnon back down the other end. Gear finds Simon. Couldn't get to go. Regains the ball almost, and it's bounced out of bounds. Keysborough looking to try again now. With a 3-point lead, 4 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Keysborough Cougars back with their starting 5 lineup.
AJ Williams kicking across to Dylan Hare now. Finds Newby on the rebound. On the wing, my apologies. Back up top to Williams, 10 on the clock now, high screen. Fowler giving no room, but steps back off Williams. And the shot's no good. Frost with an offensive rebound. Puts it up, and 2 points there.
That was great effort by Aaron Frost there. Actually, his jersey being held, and still managed to grab that offensive rebound and go back up. Just great hustle there. play through it.
So many second chance points for Keysborough now. Now Fowler in low block, guarded by Frost. Great matchup here, one-on-one contest, puts it up. Can't get it to go, bounces out, and Mitch Barry taps it out of bounds.
To your point, Keysborough Cougars with 9 offensive rebounds now. McKinnon Cougars with only 3. So Keysborough Cougars are really, really putting an emphasis on those boards. McKinnon are actually 3rd in the league in offensive rebounds, so Keysborough Cougars doing a great job holding them to only 3 offensive rebounds in the first half, and actually doing better than them at a stat that they're so good at. AJ Williams with the nice finish there.
Nice little mini jelly, adds 2 points to the total, up by 7 now for Keysborough. Now Williams fought for the ball.
And there's that offensive rebound, number 4 for McKinnon.
Remo Simon doing the good work there. Williams trying to set it up, loses control of it. Fowler gets the ball and he finds Simon. Great down the court, guarded by Frost, slows it back up. Barry on ball screen with Fowler, rolls. Drives instead, puts it up over Coden. And a goaltend will be counted as Benacoden slaps the backboard.
Oh, that's one of those silly mistakes that you make and you just go, why? He missed the shot, he made it hard, but he gets the points anyway. Keysborough Cougars, just over 2 minutes to go, hold a 3-point lead. McKinnon looked like they fell asleep a little bit again there.
Coden, ooh, an air ball there. I think it's a very rare sight, Benacoden, unfortunate. He will definitely make up for that, I'm sure, as now McKinnon look to try again. And Doos, Levi Smith, nothing but a net on that 3-pointer.
Levi Smith also a 40.5% 3-point shooter, so again, just a little bit too much room there for him. And as I said earlier in the game, McKinnon are a great 3-point shooting team. They're going to make you pay if you leave them open. To be honest, any airspace is too much airspace for McKinnon. They have 4 players averaging over 40% from beyond the arc. That's just incredible. Credit to their coaching staff for getting that kind of shooting on the floor, really.
Showing exactly why they're championship contenders for at least the 3rd year in a row.
And look, this is exactly where Keysborough Cougars want to be. This is the game both teams, have been itching to get to prove what they can do against the other. Yeah, who's the better Cougar? And so far this game has not disappointed. We have 1:51 here left in the first half, and we are tied 39-39. And you just know it's going to go down to the wire. You can't really see either team getting too much of a lead right now with the way things are going.
It's tough to call who's going to win this one. One thing is guaranteed, the Cougars will win tonight.
Very clever. Look, Keysborough Cougars with 6 turnovers at the moment, and McKinnon Cougars with 5. I'm sure that's something Coach Nathan Bode will be going into the halftime talking about. It. If they can clean up a few of those turnovers, they'll be in really good shape in the second half.
Williams running down the clock a little bit now as he takes on Jordan Gear. And we have points count as Williams gets around multiple McKinnon players there. Spins it up and under off the glass and gets the 2 points, draws the foul. Puts the Keysborough up by 2. It's very hard to try and not say Cougars in a generic sense tonight, as he looks to add one more to the bonus.
Speaking more to my point about turnovers, I think sometimes not all turnovers are created equally. A dead ball turnover is a lot less dangerous than these live ball transition turnovers where the other team is out running and gets a easy layup. And I feel like that's where McKinnon have really benefited from Keysborough Cougars turnovers tonight.
Now Gear with a slightly deep 3, nothing but net, a couple of steps out from beyond the arc. Great shot there, makes up for the last few missed attempts by Jordan Gear. Dylan Moore now, hands off to a Coden around to Williams. Creating space, steps back, hesitates, goes in, kicks it back around. Dylan Moore, a Coden for a deep 3. Short on that one. And Dylan Hare fouls Mitch Barry on the rebound. And we have a generic warning between both teams here. Too many loud conversations, I believe.
Look, if we didn't think this one was going to get a little bit chippy at some point, you probably weren't paying attention.
And now Mitch Barry drives, gets around baseline. Simon too open for three. Too short on that shot. Gerard Newby will nail the rebound. Finds Williams coming down the court. Straight down, looking for options. Dylan Hare to a Coaten now. Makes up for that last one. Penna Coaten, probably about 7 steps out from that one. Nice and deep. Wasn't missing 2 of those in a row. Another 3 points there for Penna Coaten.
Penna Coaten, one of the newest additions for the Keysborough Cougars. Coming from Sweden. Köping in 2024. And as I mentioned before, he is a lethal 3-point shooter. He's at the moment the league leader in 3-point attempts at 119 and 3 points made at a 42. So he's shooting at a 35% on the season himself. And with that, we see half-time. And it's tied again, 45-45.
Thanks to Levi Smith answering back with a 3-pointer of his own there.
That's the second time they've hit a 3-pointer right on the buzzer. Your scoring leaders, Penna Coaten is now up to 19 points. So adding an extra 5 to his total there in that second quarter. Shannon Fowler now up to 9. Gerard Newby and AJ Williams from Keysborough Cougars, 8 points. And Remo Simon, 8 points for McKinnon Cougars. Assist leaders, Mitch Barry now with 4. AJ Williams with 3. Jordan Gear with 3. Rebound leaders, Gerard Newby is on double-double watch. Along with his 8 points, he's now got 9 rebounds. 3 of those are offensive. Aaron Frost with 5, Dylan Hare with 3, Simon Grant with 3, and the leading rebounder for McKinnon is Maharaj with 3. So as we mentioned earlier, Keysborough dominating the boards at the moment. Steals leaders, Joshua McQueen with 2, and a few players on both sides with 1. This is certainly going to be an interesting second half. We'll leave you there. Go grab something to eat, something to drink, and we will join you back here.
Some popcorn because we have a cinema tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't go too far. We'll see you in about 8 minutes.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Keysborough Cougar Den. As if you're just tuning in, we're just about to start the third quarter, and we have achieved absolutely nothing as we are tied 45 apiece.
Yeah, might as well not have really played the first half, actually. I have to give an early shout out to, there's a lot of players wearing pink around for Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and got some nice pink shoes, but no nicer than AJ Williams. Those are some very, very nice pink shoes he's wearing.
Even got the perfect socks to match as he puts up a floater. No good. 2 on the clock now. Dylan Hare got to put it up. Running floaters, no good. Gets his own rebound. Cougars can try again with a fresh 14. Coden getting too easily into the key as he pulls up for a mid 2. 2 points there. I reckon the only time Ben Coden hits the ring is on a miss. Otherwise, if it's a make, it's nothing but net. Pure shot, no matter where he is on the floor. And we have a foul there. Keysborough Cougars.
I think Mitch Barry copped that one in the jaw.
Simon finds Gear now. Gear finds Barry, face it, steps back for a 3. And it's too short. Williams comes up with it. Dylan Hare stuck on the wing, finds Coden up top. Simon heavily guarding him, finds Frost on the roll. Fakes Fowler, goes up and puts it in for 2 points. I'm sure Shannon Fowler will learn very quickly that Frost is no stranger to the glass. As now Barry cuts, finds Simon in the corner. Gear up top for 3. Rims out. Again, Aaron Frost with another rebound there. Williams running, puts it up for Newby and gets it to go.
A Gerard Newby dunk special. He gave it to us. We asked him for it every week, and he always delivers. The McKinnon Cougars crowd not as pleased with that dunk as the Keysborough Cougars crowd were.
Hopefully the first of several here tonight. A little late for that, perhaps, as Jordan Gear goes down the other end. Puts it up at the free throw line. 2 points there.
Mitchell Barry's still grabbing his jaw, so causing him some trouble there.
Swinging the ball around, Cougars. Hare finds Williams now. Coden fighting Barry in the post. Looking for options. Williams is tripped and draws the foul.
Foul trouble, Aaron Frost with 3 for Keysborough Cougars. As he goes to the bench, and Dylan Hare with 3. For McKinnon, just Maharaj with the 3, no one else even with 2.
Now Gear now doubled by Grant. William helps and Simon drives. And a foul body check by Simon Grant on the drive. Simon Grant couldn't get the shot to drop. He'll go to line for 2 shots. And he makes the first. 3-point game, looking to make it 2. And does just that. McKinnon often doubling AJ Williams, making somebody else bring the ball up the court. And that might show McKinnon why they shouldn't, as Gerard Newby just goes coast to coast, puts it up and draws the and 1.
But you know what created that was Simon Grant had an unbelievable seal there that allowed Gerard Newby to just go all the way.
And that's the stuff you don't see on the stat sheet.
Absolutely.
Simon Grant, a leader in doing that.
And you know
kind
what?
of
He
things.
was the one that
One
celebrated
percenters.
the most when Gerard Newby got that one.
Selfless.
Absolutely. Love to see that. And you know what? That's the kind of stuff that inspires your team, right? You know, that's the kind of stuff that makes you go, I'm going to do this. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to hustle harder.
Keeps players accountable.
Simon Grant, 2022, played Knox NBL1 and also had a bit of a stint in Ringwood NBL1 in 2023.
Newby back up top to Williams. 10 on the clock. Keysborough love run the shot clock down a little. Skips to Newby. Open for three. Can't get a drop as Barry and Hare fight for the rebound. Benacoten's going to put up another deep three and it's wide. Now Barry has the ball, controlling it for McKinnon. Simon in the corner, fakes, drives, back out to Barry for three. And it's good, nothing but net. Again, Mitch Barry, 3 points there. McKinnon, one possession game, down by 2. Grant up top, left open for 3, drives. And Fowler gets his hands on the ball and Simon Grant's body in the process. Cops a foul there, that's his second personal foul. I think we may be having a nail check. Here to inbound, finds Grant in the post. Taken on Fowler, steps back. Nice arc there on that shot over the long outstretched arms of Shannon Fowler. Great shot there, 2 points for Simon Grant. Now Barry, coast to coast, puts it up, bodies Benacoten out of the way and adds 2 of his own.
Mitch Barry up to 7 points now.
Williams struggling as we find Hare, drives under Fowler and gets a nice scoop under the arms of Shannon Fowler that time. Gets off the glass for bounce. 2 points. Jordan Gear now with the ball. And we have an offensive foul on McKinnon. Still only a 4-point 2-possession game. And Benacoten, 3 bounces out, bodies going everywhere. A travelling violation as 2 McKinnon players have their hands on the ball at the same time. Keysborough going to try again. Dylan Hare going to look to rebound. Just having a little floor speed. Now Hare finds Newby up top. Jordan Gear comes up with the rebound. Maharaj now looking for options, taking on Williams. And the Cougar bench, Keysborough bench, wanted a charge, but ref called a flopping warning. And now Benacoten's going back down the other end. And he's trying to say that he was shooting in the process of that foul. Ref said it was a pass, and there's the official flopping warning for Keysborough. And looks like they gave it to him in the end. Benacoten, goal line. Oh, my apologies, McKinnon. Nevertheless, they're on 5 team fouls. So regardless, it'll be two shots. Just under halfway through this third term, 4.5 minutes to go. McKinnon in the early foul trouble. Keysborough only sitting on 2 for the quarter. And Acoten makes the second. Murray Myers checking into the game for his first minutes tonight for Ben Acoten, giving him a quick rest, I'm sure. Now Mitch Barry has the ball, often controlling it for McKinnon, setting them up. And Murray Myers doing heavy work on Barry. Keysborough is loving it. As now Smith finds Painenberg in the post, back up to Gear. 5 on the clock now, he's going to make a move. Kicks it around, and a foot violation out of baseline. Sorry, 3 on the clock now for McKinnon. Barry at inbound. McKinnon maybe looking for a 3 here. Never mind, shot clock has been reset to 14. McKinnon can take a breath. Smith nevertheless puts up a 3 anyway. It's no good. Murray Myers with a rebound. Williams calling for the on ball. Newby to roll. Hare finds Newby on the corner. 10 on the clock now. Keysborough running it down as Newby puts up a 3. Won't go. Maharaj for the rebound. Skip pass intercepted by Murray Myers. Now AJ Williams looking for a step back 3. And it's good. With a nice little Hessian step back. 3 points there for AJ Williams. Keysborough up by 8 now. Their largest lead of the match. Is now McKinnon look to answer. Gear finds Painenberg. Levi Smith guarded by Dylan Hare. Fighting, steps under, puts it up off the glass. No good over the ring. And the ball is hit out of bounds off McKinnon. Arms pointing everywhere. With 3 minutes to go in this third quarter, Gerard Newby with somewhat of an early double-double. 13 points, just hit 10 rebounds. Doing what he does best. Almost averaging a double-double, I believe, with 9.5 rebounds. And now we have the ball going back the other way. An offensive foul on AJ Williams. That'll be his second personal foul. Josh McQueen now the inbound. Shot clock malfunction. Restart the possession. McQueen finds Smith in that corner. Keysborough settling the pressure a little bit. Jordan Gear now looking to make a move. Painenberg fakes a shot, drives on Simon Grant. Simon Grant getting all in there on that pass, intercepts it with the help of Murray Myers. And now Newby has it on the weak side 3. Waiting for Grant in the post. Wants to go to work, he's got a one-on-one, puts it up instead. And it's nothing but net, another nice arcing shot. Simon Grant with another 2 points. Loves that mid-range shot. Proven he can shoot over just about anyone in this league throughout the first half of this season. Now McQueen has the ball, finds Gear up top, 10 on the clock. Puts up a little step back. Can't get a go at that one. Simon Grant with the boards. Murray Myers now with the ball, finds Williams. Gear almost with the hands in it. Murray Myers open for 3. A little too low on that one. Maharaj with the rebound, finds McQueen off and running. Painenberg back to Smith, around to Maharaj, taking on Gerard Newby, one-on-one, puts it up. Just couldn't get it to go there. And now Williams off and running. Keysborough 4-on-3. Gerard Newby goes up. And over Levi Smith, we have a blocking foul. The points will count. Just wasn't a dunk. The Keysborough Louder loving it nonetheless. And he's going to go line for one more shot. Not entirely, just couldn't see that picture from the referee, unfortunately, myself just then, but Gerard Newby with a great play there to force the hands of Adam Walsh to call the timeout for McKinnon. 1 minute 52 to go in this third quarter. Keysborough Cougars up by 12 points after being tied at half-time. Now McKinnon still leading Keysborough with 22 points, followed by Gerard Newby on 15. Remo Simon has been a little bit quiet for McKinnon after a while. He's on 10 points. Followed up by Shannon Fowler, also being held to 9 points. Keysborough have done their research on the two new players for McKinnon. McKinnon definitely need to try and find some more opportunities. Usually a high-scoring three-point team. They've made a few tonight. They've also missed a lot more than their average. Remo Simon, the only one in double digits so far. McKinnon, points are spread, but they just haven't had the help that they've needed so far. Credit to them. Obviously, it's been a very tight game up until halftime. Keysborough haven't managed to break out so far in this third quarter, as they did earlier, in which McKinnon decided to bring him back. And then, as I say that, off the missed free throw, Josh McQueen with a fast break from McKinnon, 2 points there. It's back to a 10-point game. Myers now has the ball, finds Newby, finds Akoden up top, heavily guarded. 12 on the clock, Newby in the post, kicks it back around, Myers to Akoden for three. And another one goes Ben Akoden. This man isn't real. Another three-pointer. Another nothing but net, as three to the tally, and Keysborough back up by 13 now. As Jess settles it down. Grant and Fowler doing a bit of work with each other. Now Gear finds McQueen in the post, kicks it back out, 7 on the clock now. Jordan Gear's got to make a move, taking on Josh West. Spins, puts it up. Shot just rims out, but he's fouled in the process. McKinnon go to line for 2 shots. Jordan Gear currently now at 6 points for the match. Almost made that 7. Levi Smith gives McKinnon another chance to score with that offensive rebound. 8 on the clock as McKinnon bench counted down for them. Gear goes, puts it up. Simon Grant, great hands. And Gear with a nice shot there. 10-point game, 40 seconds to go in the quarter. McKinnon will get the opportunity for the 2-for-1. As now West finds Grant in the post, puts it up, spins under the backboard. Fowler with a rebound there. Keysborough actually will get the ball back this time as Gear decides to slow it down. 7-second differential in the clocks. Fowler finds Barry, left open, doesn't shoot it, drives instead. Puts it up, Simon Grant gets his hands in there, another steal and intercept. Josh West comes up with it. Shot clock is turned off. Grant with the ball, 6 to go, Ben Akoden. You know this is going to go up, finds Grant on the roll. 3 on the clock, puts it up. Can't get it to go. Gerard Newby tried the little putback, but it's no good. That sees us out here at the Den. 3-quarter time, your Keysborough Cougars are up 69-59. It is a 10-point game after what was a tie, 45 apiece at half-time. A solid 24-14 quarter there for Keysborough. McKinnon, 26 in the first, 19 in the second, held to 14 in the third. Great defensive efforts there by Keysborough. McKinnon don't necessarily think they're looking too tired as such. They will definitely pull it back here in the fourth. Keysborough just need to continue to keep finding a way and doing what they're doing. It's Benacoten leads the way for the game with 25 points, followed by 2 more Keysborough Cougars, Gerard Newby on 15 and AJ Williams on 11. As I said, Remo Simon still held to 10 points and Fowler 9 respectively. Assists, Mitch Barry and AJ Williams 4 apiece, followed by Jordan Gear on 3. And Gerard Newby with a rebound count, 12 of his own, 8 defensive rebounds, only 4 offensive so far for this match. Shaquille Maharaj leading the way for McKinnon with 7 rebounds. Simon Grant and Josh McQueen 2 steals apiece.
Keysborough Cougars shooting 7 of 24 from beyond the arc, so 29%. McKinnon Cougars 8 of 24, so 33%.
Keysborough 7 of 24 or Benacoten 7 of 24? I'm not sure
well,
what it feels
Benacoten
like.
has had 6 of 12. Rebound count, Keysborough with 40 rebounds. And McKinnon with only 27. Keysborough Cougars are absolutely killing them on the glass. 12 assists for McKinnon and 9 for Keysborough Cougars. Turnovers are only 8 for Keysborough Cougars, so they've only had 2 there in that third quarter. And 10 turnovers for McKinnon, so they had 5 in that third quarter. And now we are ready for the fourth quarter. It's a 10-point lead for for Keysborough Cougars. McKinnon trailing here.
Now Benacoten with the ball, back out to West. Finds Grant on the wing, 8 on the clock. Keysborough running it down. I don't know what to say. Benacoten, I don't even know how he managed to put that up. He was actually guarded that time on that shot.
7 of 13, so he's now above 50% from beyond the arc tonight. And Shannon Fowler just doing what he does best inside.
I don't even know if he needs to jump to dunk that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Murray Myers now, some great extended minutes for him. And the ball is kept in the Keysborough hands after a knee violation. Myers to inbound now. Simon Grant in the post.
And just a bit of argy-bargy.
Gerard Newby now up top. Finds Benacoten on the low seal. Another missed shot inside the key for Benacoten. He's just not used to shooting there.
It's just too close. He's been unbelievable tonight, up to 26 points. I mean, he's 8 of 18 from the field, so 44%.
And I think last week he may have only had 8 3-pointers made, and suddenly that doesn't feel impressive anymore. Kobe Baird now for McKinnon. Puts up a shot over the long arms of Aaron Frost. 2 points there is good. Williams deciding to slow it up now. Gets into the key, kicks it back out, finds Newby. McKinnon heavily doubled on that. McKinnon actually looking to blitz Benacoten every single time he catches the ball at the top of the 3-point line.
You know, the great thing about that, though, is there's some really good Keysborough Cougars players on the floor that are going to have an opportunity to put some more points to their name. Oh, once again, just too close, too easy. He prefers the challenge.
Nice little play there, unfortunately, for Keysborough. And then Kobe Baird goes down the other end, adds another 2 points there from McKinnon. Back-to-back baskets for him.
7-point lead now here for Keysborough Cougars. They'll be looking to get a score on this possession.
Williams looking for his options. And that option was Josh West. Didn't get it to go this time. Now Barry's running. Taking Williams. And AJ Williams with his hands in there. Gets the steal and back down the other end. It's 4-on-2. Finds a Coten in the corner. No good. Gerard Newby with a rebound. Keysborough try again. Coden will try again, surely. And he does it again. Another one better, Coden.
Like I said, he's unbelievable and he is absolutely hyped up. He is feeling it right now. You can just see the look on his face. He's locked in. I told you McKinnon made a mistake by giving him that first one. They gave him too much room and he just got hot. Oh, what a nice little spot there. Kobe Baird finding the dunker spot there, and that's just way too easy.
A Coden. Too short on that one. He is human. You saw it here now, and now Kobe Baird. Can he go another basket? Slows up instead. Fowler. Frost getting into it in the post there. Exactly who Keysborough needed to sign this season if they wanted to compete with somebody like Shannon Fowler.
Yeah, that's a position they lacked a bit of depth in last year. They were on the shorter side, Gerard Newby often playing the centre, and they've added some pieces this year, Keysborough Cougars, like Aaron Frost. I mean, even Simon Grant's on the smaller side, but very, very strong and physical, and then Bennett Coden, of course, also is quite tall, so they've got that bit of extra added height, which just takes the pressure off Gerard Newby, I think, and allows him to do what he does best, and that's get in there for rebounds.
Maharaj finds Fowler up the top now, guarded by Simon Grant. Back out to Baird. Newby guarding Maharaj, puts it up, one-handed scoops, no good. Gerard Newby gets it, controls it, and now Williams finds himself with the ball here for Keysborough. With an 8-point lead, wanting to make it back to double digits. Keysborough just can't build on it again now. McKinnon have started to find their rhythm. Williams, 4 on the clock, drives, takes on Simon, puts it up, and he's fouled as the shot goes off the edge of the glass. AJ Williams go to the line for 2 shots.
AJ Williams is one of those players that ends up on the floor on a lot of these shots, and he just has such a graceful way of landing. Every time you think, oh God, has he injured himself? But he just gets straight back up and usually gets to the free throw line. He's just so crafty like that. AJ Williams really, really hard to defend.
Makes it first.
AJ Williams returning to Keysborough. He's such a massive asset to this team. I mean, assists per game, he's 3rd in the league this year, 5.11. Not to mention what he does scoring. I mean, he's averaging 17 points this year, which is down from last year, but I think it's mostly because Keysborough have a few more pieces that, again, it takes that pressure off him as well. But you just couldn't imagine this Keysborough Cougars team without heart and soul players like AJ Williams. Oh, wow. What a play there by Keysborough Cougars.
I won't even lie, I just got up expecting for an alley to Gerard Newby. Disappointed I didn't see it that time.
That was just hot potato, though, and how do you defend that kind of transition offense if you are the McKinnon Cougars? It's just almost impossible.
And again, that transition started with Simon Grant down the other end getting the interception, and then Williams off and running with the ball there. Back to 10 points, Williams.
But the great thing about, even again, Simon Grant, instead of just grabbing that rebound and passing it off and staying back, he ran with AJ and Gerard Newby and was actually involved in that play.
Move with them to the basket. Yeah. Doesn't matter if you have the ball or not, move with them.
It's really, really impressive, just like that work ethic by Simon Grant.
Grant with a little hip check there. Kobe Baird's going to go to the free throw line. And that's the 3rd personal foul for Simon Grant. 3rd team foul, just over 5.5 minutes to go so far in this match.
Keysborough Cougars have held this about 10-point lead now for probably half of the half the 3rd quarter and into this 4th, but it just feels like such a fragile lead. I think when you got just an offensive powerhouse like McKinnon Cougars, and you just know how well they can shoot the threes, you know. I mean, that's the modern game of basketball these days, is the way you can shoot the threes. I mean, certainly Kobe Baird missing those two free throws there helps, but this is the threat, you know. I mean, if anyone's been watching the NBA this week, Indiana Pacers with their 3-point shooting in that 4th quarter. It's the modern game, and That's very frightening for any opposing team. No lead is safe.
Gerard Newby, another offensive rebound there. Another second chance opportunity for Keysborough, made basket.
15
2 points.
rebounds now for Gerard Newby, 6 offensive rebounds.
Maharaj loves those one-handed scoops. Couldn't get that one to drop. Now Williams controlling the pace, setting up. Keysborough finds a Coden in the corner. And it's another one is good. Benacoten. Do we ever get sick of saying his name?
This is absolutely unbelievable. Benacoten is unconscious right now from beyond the arc. I mean, the minute that ball left his hands, Adam Walsh, the McKinnon Cougars coach, stood up and pointed to the bench and said timeout. He knew it was going in. And
obviously trying to put an emphasis on the fact that a Coden is not to catch a ball around the arc.
I mean, I feel like they're trying everything right now, but Benacoten just seems to find the ball in his hands, and it's, before you know it, off in the air and through that hoop. He's now... I'm just waiting for the stats to update so I can give you the correct stats.
Meanwhile, Keysborough is with a new game-high lead, 15 points, 82-67, and we have just under 5 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
I believe if the stats have updated, and I apologise if I'm wrong, try to give you all the information in real time, but 8 of 16, 50% from beyond the arc, 29 points.
In 30 minutes. And that's not 50% as in 1 of 2 or 2 of 4. That's 8 of 16.
There we go, 9 of 17. It's just updated. I
Thought
knew
so.
the
I
stats were
thought
going
it was
to
9,
make a fool out of me. My apologies.
Yeah, well, now how are we supposed to calculate 52.94%? Anyway, Kobe Red with the ball for McKinnon.
What do McKinnon do here out of this
Jordan,
timeout?
Yeah. A nice little no-look lob to Shannon Fowler. Catches, resets, and puts it back in for 2 points. Shannon
Fowler up to 13 points, so he's certainly the person I think McKinnon are going to look to here to see if they can cut into this deficit.
8-second backcourt violation. Unfortunately, AJ Williams just lost his feet a little bit there. Almost got the pass off.
Adam Walsh saying that's one. I'm assuming he's looking for 3 stops here in a row. The challenge he's probably given his team at the timeout there and said, let's get 3 stops and see if we can string together some scores.
Maharaj comes up with the O-board there and off the glass.
This is the start that Adam Walsh would have wanted out of this timeout. I mean, now cut it to just 11 points, still 4 minutes to go. There's an eternity of this game to be played. And there's that second stop.
Gear off and running now. Kicks it back around Mirage in the corner. He's deadly from there. Oh, not on that attempt, unfortunately, as Simon Grant comes up with the ball. 2-on-1 here, Benacoten. Thought he was going to lob it to Newby, just couldn't get the angle right on that one. Simon Grant has the ball. On his knees, looking for options, not getting many. Williams now with the ball. 10 on the clock, Williams drives. Finds Newby in that little dunker spot with the wraparound pass, and the 2 points is good for Gerard Newby. Nice little dish from AJ Williams.
If Gerard Newby's in the dunker spot, I expect him to actually make use of the dunker spot.
There's a reason it's called the dunker spot, Gerard. Come on now. Kobe Baird with the ball, taking on Gerard Newby. Gets around and a little wraparound pass himself to Fowler. Backs out a little. Barry in the corner, and the 3-point shot there. McKinnon coming back alive now, finally dropping a 3-pointer, and it's back to a 10-point game.
Just under 3 minutes. Oh.
Out of bounds violation. Great hustle and energy there for McKinnon. I feel like McKinnon's just found a new wind coming out of that timeout.
Yeah, Maharaj pleading with the referees that he didn't feel that was out of bounds. Referee disagrees, and nonetheless, it's Keysborough Cougars ball.
Very fortunate.
Yeah, very fortunate break, because McKinnon would have been out for the fast break there, and this just gives another possession to Keysborough Cougars.
Coden, he's got to stop shooting these twos. They're too close for him. Now Barry's off and running. Nice little assist out to Maharaj. Forcing the hand of Nathan Vogt this time. Probably his first time out of the match, potentially.
Oh, I think it might have been. You may be correct. It's certainly his first time out here of the half, but I don't believe he took one in the first half. He was happy with, I think, the game plan and how the Cougars were executing it. Obviously, even in that first quarter when they weren't quite playing up to scratch, I think he allowed them to play it out and figure it out, and trusting his team worked. But he knows how dangerous this McKinnon team can be, and 2 minutes 35 is still just such a long time. And this is only an 8-point game.
When 2 minutes ago it was 14.
Yeah, so, I mean, McKinnon are on 3 team fouls. Keysborough Cougars are on 1, so they do have a few fouls to give. They can be over-aggressive here on defence, play a little bit harder, knowing that they have some fouls to give. McKinnon are not going to have quite that luxury, but I think what Keysborough Cougars really need to focus on is stopping that transition. McKinnon in this last couple of minutes here has just been out in transition, and Cougars just haven't been able to stop them, and that's been really where they've got their points. It's not been in the half-court defence. Cougars have done a great job at guarding them in the half-court. Now they've got to find a way to make sure that nothing comes easy for McKinnon here.
Williams now back out to Grant, looking for options here on the weak side, finds Coden in the corner. Kobe Bed wearing Benacoden like a jumper. Williams finding here now, 5 on the clock, finds Grant in the opposite block, puts it up, arcing shot, and another one! I think that almost took the lights out.
That was a really lovely shot there by Simon Grant, and the Keysborough Cougars faithful take a breath, feeling like we've got a little bit more breathing room here momentarily, because Mitch Barry does what Mitch Barry does, and he hits a 3, and it's a 7-point game again. And the clock does not feel like it's running out fast enough. 1:50 to go.
If you're a Keysborough fan, you do not want to see Indiana Pacers Game 1 scenario here tonight. Now Gerard Newby sets himself in the corner.
This is not something we see very often from
A very timely shot there by Gerard Newby. Nothing but net, 3 points.
I mean, he's 33% from beyond the arc, but you don't often see him, especially the corner threes. I feel like Gerard Newby doesn't shoot very often, and McKinnon Cougars with the answer.
It's like Benacoden and Sean Conway from last week all over again. Mitch Barry, another 3 there, as now Cougars looking to find another answer. Shannon Fowler getting his hands in that now. It's Barry fakes. Gerard Newby goes flying. Couldn't make a third. Maharaj with the offensive board, and 2 points there. 5-point game, 1:10 remaining.
It's these turnovers here and this transition offense. It's really, really hurting the Keysborough Cougars. Can they find a way to put some points on the board? Look, they want to run the clock a little bit here. They don't want anything too quick, but it's delay action. But they need to make sure that they put it in the basket. AJ Williams delivers when it matters most.
Getting up there and everywhere. AJ Williams, Fowler tried his best to stop that shot from going in, but Williams still finds it anyway. And we have a clock violation.
The clock, wasn't running there. Referees noticed and stopped the play. And McKinnon will have to inbound it again from the baseline. This gives everyone just a moment to breathe.
49.0 seconds to go. 7-point game.
McKinnon.
It's an ugly 3-possession game for McKinnon. Not in their favour, but Jordan Gear is going to make it easier for him. 2-possession game now. 3 points there. We said McKinnon are a good shooting team, and it was. Water always finds its level. My apologies now. Now Benacoden holding the ball up, wasting the clock.
They don't want to waste it too much, though. You still want to put a point up. You don't want to allow it to be a 1-point game with McKinnon hitting a 3. 4
on the clock. Coden, he's going to put it up. You know it's going up. It's a 2. Shot blocked by Shannon Fowler. And we have a shot clock violation. 14 seconds to go.
The Keysborough Cougars coaching staff seem to think that it hit the rim. They don't argue it too long. McKinnon Cougars now have a timeout. This is their last one for the match. Keysborough Cougars still with 2 remaining, so you would assume if a shot goes in, they'll look to use that timeout and advance the ball. McKinnon Cougars still need 4 points, though, in order to just tie this game. But with the way they've been shooting the three here in the last couple of possessions, I mean, it feels almost possible, doesn't it? They're now up to 12 of 31, so they've taken a lot of attempts, 38%. That's not bad efficiency.
I mean, I know I just talked about the Indiana Pacers Game 1 scenario, but I didn't expect McKinnon to hit 4 back-to-back three-pointers.
Yeah, that's some nice shooting, but I do think that maybe there's a little bit too much room left there. Closeouts weren't tough enough. You know, if you are the Keysborough Cougars, what are they going to shoot right now? What are they looking for? They're going to look for threes. They're a great three-point shooting team, and that's how they're going to get themselves back in this game. And you've got to be more aggressive on your closeouts. They actually now have made more threes by one than the Keysborough Cougars. Both teams with 31 attempts. McKinnon with just one more make.
Keysborough sitting on 69%, 9 of 13 from the free throw line.
Yeah, that might be some missed free throws there. Although McKinnon also 63%, 7 of 11. So some missed opportunities for both teams to add some extra points to the board. Free throws win games, as they say.
I'm looking at Jordan Gear taking it in. Oh no, Gerard Newby comes up with a foul.
Short of giving up a three, that was about worst case scenario for the Keysborough Cougars. That was not what you wanted.
It's a much easier way for anyone to achieve 3 points. Getting the and one basket will count.
Who picked up that foul? Gerard Newby.
Gerard Newby.
And it was just his first of the game. So 10.1 seconds, presuming this is a made basket. I think Coach Nathan Voigt's going to take a timeout. And it's not. And Gerard Newby comes up with the rebound. As if he hasn't done enough on the boards tonight, he grabs a critical rebound there. And
that's McKinnon's fourth team foul now.
It looked like there was a bit of confusion there whether Keysborough were or weren't going to take a timeout, but I think Coach Nathan Voigt saw McKinnon Cougars setting up for a little bit of a press there and thought, let's be safe, let's not risk this with 8.6 seconds left. And really all Keysborough need to do now is inbound this ball safely.
Inbound the ball, McKinnon's likely to foul. Who do you not want to give it to?
Well, Keysborough Cougars have some pretty good free throw shooters despite the 69% tonight. I mean, AJ Williams is going to be out there. He's 82%. Gerard Newby 75%.
Williams so far 5 of 6 at the line. Benacoten's 3 of 4. You want to get the ball into the hands, presuming you would assume AJ Williams is going to get the ball.
I mean, Dylan Hare is 75%, Benacoten 82%, and Simon Grant is 71%. So potentially Simon Grant, Dylan Hare, or Gerard Newby. But Gerard Newby's not in the game. But I mean, yeah, oh yes, he is. Sorry, he was hiding behind Shannon Fowler. But there's not great options here for McKinnon. These are pretty good free throw shooters.
Simon Grant wide open, finds Dylan Hare now. Gerard Newby on the wing.
No foul coming here. They were looking for some hard traps.
And it was almost a very underwhelming end. I expected a foul there, but Keysborough Cougars come up with a win here tonight. 4.5 minutes ago, it was a 15-point game. Keysborough win by one possession, 91 to 82. 91 to 89.
We know, this is FIBA, so you can't intentionally foul the same way that you would in the NBA, but you can certainly make a play on the ball to foul. But it looked like McKinnon
almost
were really
looked like they didn't try.
Yeah, McKinnon really looked like they were trying to set some hard traps and get a turnover, but I think time just ran out. Keysborough Cougars did a really good job at spacing the floor there and giving themselves opportunities to pass the ball around and not give an opportunity to be trapped. And wow, look, I said earlier I didn't think that any team was really going to blow this game out, and whilst Keysborough Cougars did, they went out to 15-point lead. McKinnon delivered and came back in roaring fashion, but Keysborough Cougars held them off and put another win on the board. 6 wins straight. McKinnon Cougars are going home with their second loss in 6 games, and this will put Keysborough Cougars in a pretty good position on the ladder. depending on what's happened with Hume tonight, they don't play till tomorrow against Camberwell. So I believe they'll probably take first position tonight, and it'll depend on what happens tomorrow. Not another game this weekend for Keysborough or McKinnon. This was their sole game at the weekend. But this has got to hurt if you're McKinnon. But you know what? You just know that the next time these two teams play, it's going to be another good one. I can't wait for that match-up again. Look, it usually is with these two teams. You expect nothing less, but what a game. Scoring leaders Ben Akoden, 32 points. Gerard Newby finishing off with 22. AJ Williams was 16. For McKinnon, the lead scorer, Mitchell Barry, was 16, and Maharaj with 13. They did it a little bit more by committee. Had a few more across the board, a few more points across the board. Assist leaders, AJ Williams with 7. Jordan Gear for McKinnon with 5. Kobe Baird with 5. And Mitchell Barry with 5. Rebounding leaders, Gerard Newby, 16 rebounds. And as I said, one of the most critical rebounds there off that missed free throw. Really impressive work by Gerard Newby, constantly crashing those boards. For McKinnon, Maharaj with 10. Steals leader Simon Grant finishes up with 2, along with AJ Williams, and Fowler, Barry and McQueen all with 2. Out of those 16 rebounds, 6 were offensive. Lead high offensive rebounder for McKinnon was Levi Smith, and Maharaj with 2. And with that, we'll sign you off for the night. McKinnon have an interesting matchup next week against Pakenham at Glen Eira, so at home, 7 p.m, 31st of May. Keysborough Cougars have a doubleheader next weekend. Eagle Stadium against Wyndham, 31st of May, 8:30 p.m. And then you'll be joining us back here at the Den on the 1st of June, 2 p.m. Against Hume City. And if that's not an interesting matchup as well, I don't know what is. So if you miss out on that one, you got no one to blame for yourself.
Winner will take top spot.
Yeah, tune in for that one. We look forward to bringing it to you. But for now, good night.
Thank you, everybody. See you next week. Good night.